So I thought I wanted to do something interesting tonight that I hadn't done before. So I thought it would be interesting if we had a pastor's perspective. My good friend Eddie Rhodes is here from Woodstock Church, Jasper, and I asked Eddie if he would come up for just a few minutes and share why he believes in the Joy House from a pastor's perspective. And so I'm going to give the mic to Eddie and let him come up here. Eddie's a great friend. They've been supporters, but I will tell a story about Eddie. Eddie got me in trouble when he first moved to Jasper. I must do it. When Eddie first moved to Jasper, our boys played baseball together. And we were at a baseball game one day, and I was a coach. Eddie was just outside the dugout. He wasn't a coach. Yeah, and Tammy found this out for us. So our boys are playing. There's some kid coming up to bat in the next play. I didn't even know anything about this. I get a call later that night from a fellow coach. I didn't even know him that well. Calling me, he's like, "Hey, why are you calling my son an easy out? Blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "What?" I said, I didn't say anything about your son. Found out, Eddie was outside the dugout, and he said it, and he threw me under the bus.
That's true. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, I'm just running my mouth. It's I don't know if it's a gift or if it's a curse. Yeah, easy out. I didn't know the kid was the worst batter on the team. Yeah, and we got him out, but Steve got in trouble for that. I've tried to correct it over the years, but I just give up, Just let Steve take the credit for that one. So what an opportunity. I have been coming to these banquets for about 11 years now, and just been honored to be a part of what's going on. And so the Joy House to us, to me as a pastor and as a church, it's very important to us. We deeply believe in it. And so let me just give you 3 reasons why it's important to us. Number 1 is the counseling center. In college and seminary, I always had counseling professors tell us, whatever town you go to, you need to find a good counseling resource if that's not your gifting. It's not my gifting. Yeah, I'm hard-pressed to give you 50 minutes of counseling. But I'm grateful to Jesus that I have a resource in the counseling center at the Joy House. You have helped untold numbers in our church, marriages and children and child-parent relationship. So we're grateful for that. Then number 2, I would say the Joy House and what they do with parents and with teenagers. We've had many of their staff be members of our church and come through there, and we've seen the house parents bring the kids, and we've seen genuine life change. So as a pastor, that's exciting to me to see that. It's easy to get excited for. But my 3rd reason why I bought in, why we partner, why it's important to us is this. It's because of Steve and Wendy. I don't know if you've ever been around Steve at, say, a basketball game, a baseball game. We just mentioned, y'all, you've been around him at a football game. I've got to know Steve. We had Eddie McDonald, friends of ours, introduce us years ago. And so we've eaten together. They've visited our church numerous times. I'm waiting for them to get right and come back. But that's a different story altogether. But here's what I like. He's passionate. He's passionate about sports. I appreciate that. But more importantly than that, in the church world, you always have people that'll come up to the pastor and go, "Hey, pastor, somebody needs to do something about fill in the blank." I'm sure you have it in every industry, right? Steve's one of the ones that rolled up the sleeve and did something about it. The first Joy House we came to, Chris Tucker shared. Blown away. I was blown away at the story. And then Chris came to our church for a while. So the quality that Steve produced in the first one, I'm confident, continues through all the rest. So it's important to us. So as a pastor, it's easy to partner with somebody like Steve and Wendy in the Joy House. Here's how I'd say it: making an eternal difference in parents and in teenagers' life. I can get behind that. So we are big supporters of the Joy House financially. Matter of fact, I feel like Steve's one of the ones, he could call me or on the way out, he could say, "Hey, Eddie, we need X amount for this." You got it. Within reason, right? Now he's going to go, "Hey, what was your budget we need?" No. Within reason. So here's what I would say. If maybe this is your first time, maybe you're wondering, maybe you've been coming, you're thinking maybe I'd give. I would give not just a tip, because tips aren't going to change the world anymore. Y'all realize that, right? We're in a bind. We need Jesus to step up and do something. Steve in the Joy House is coming along beside us on the front lines, helping us make a difference. I'd write a big check tonight, and we did. We brought a big checks this evening to try to make a difference. I'd prayerfully consider what God would have me do financially, because it will pay eternal dividends. Thank you.